Thank you. Patrick, thank you, and I love the credit, but the truth of the matter is it's Kate and Patty who have really represented the administration, and then people like Chris and Scott Stringer who really have also delivered. It takes a village, if you'll pardon the pun, and this one certainly did, and it's the taxpayers of New York City who provided that money, so maybe they deserve a round of applause. Luis, I want to thank you for sharing your memories of what the public and the legendary Joe Papp meant to you when you were growing up here in New York. Unfortunately, I do not have any great stories about Joe Papp to offer today, but I did want to thank the public in a very special way. And I thought maybe since I'm going to be unemployed in 453 days and I'm now interviewing for new jobs, perhaps being a Shakespearean actor would be one of the things I'd be perfect at. And I would like to recreate some of the theater's greatest moments. For example, I could perform that showstopper from the public's beloved The Pirates of Penzance, which is, I guess, my favorite Gilbert and Sullivan, and I would call it, I am the model of the modern Mayor General. It's not easy to write this stuff, folks, you know? Or how about a song from another big hit at the public, the Threepenny Opera? Could it be Mike the Knife? Or maybe I could revive the performance I gave at a charity event a year or so ago with the care of hair. Thankfully, there was no nude scene there. I didn't, as they say, let the sun shine in. And on the advice of our corporation counsel, Michael Cardozo, who doubles as a board member of the public, I won't do it today either for you. For those who are hoping for that, I'm sorry. So the Post and the News will have to look for something else for tomorrow's headlines. Now, I think it is appropriate, all kidding aside, that the cast of Hair would be singing here today, so I'll leave the performing to them. But before I turn things over to others, just let me say that 45 years ago, the city rented this old library building to Joe Papp for the enormous sum of $1 a year, which incidentally is what I get paid. So that's the only thing I know that I have in common with Joe Papp. But clearly he knew how to drive a hard bargain, and clearly I did not. But having said that, we are being richly repaid by the public's productions of the classics like the Macbeth that Louise saw, as well as hundreds of new plays and musicals that have thrilled and challenged audiences down through the years. The public's commitment to making theater accessible to everyone, exemplified by 50 years of delighting more than 5 million people with free performances of Shakespeare in the Park at Central Park's Delacorte Theater, really is truly inspiring, and one of the things that really sets New York City apart from other places. And so is the public's pioneering role in revitalizing and enlivening the life of the East Village. Now we expect the same kind of returns on our $28 million investment in this wonderful $40 million restoration of the public. It's a historic milestone for a theater that until now has lacked the amenities needed to provide the best experience to both artists and audiences, and now we're going to rectify that. And this public-private partnership is really putting the public in the public. There's a new facade, new circulation spaces, and this attractive new lobby, as well as new backstage dressing rooms. Ben Rubin's exciting Shakespeare Machine, funded through the city's Percent for Art program, that displays 37 fragments of Shakespeare's plays in the lobby chandelier, if you look and see. I don't know how many of you have read all of them. I would not pretend to have read all of them. There's one, the 37th, I think I missed. I'll have to go back and do that tomorrow. And the expanded remodeled restrooms, those are important to me too, mean that the public's notorious porta potties are finally a thing of the past, and that deserves a round of applause. Now, we've supported all those renovations to the public, just as we also provide annual support to the public's operations through Cultural Affairs Commissioner Kate Levin and the Department of Cultural Affairs, because we do recognize that by investing in the arts, we're also investing in jobs, economic growth, and our great city's future. The nonprofit really is a vital part of our economy. In the last season alone, off-Broadway theaters contributed something like $89 million to the city's economy. Broadway has a nearly $10 billion annual economic impact, and while that's commercial theater, just remember that before they hit Broadway, plays that won 16 of the 26 Tonys awarded this year originated in public theaters that, like the public, are nonprofit theaters. So the contribution to the economy of this city and to the arts is really much greater than you would imagine. The public is a place built on the stuff that dreams are made of, dreams that can lead to Broadway and also offer the kinds of inspiration to future generations of New Yorkers and visitors that the public gave to Luis back in his youth. We're pleased to help Patrick, Oscar, and everyone at the public continue to make those dreams come true. And now, for my part, the rest is silence. That'll test us.